Hi, welcome to Storytime at Home with Arapahoe Libraries. My name is Erin, and today we are going to talk about... Do you have an idea? Elephants! We're going to talk about elephants and do some rhymes and some fun things up on the board. But first, let's start off by singing a hello song. Can you wave like this? Hi there, so glad you came. Hi there, so glad you came. Hi there, so glad you came. 1, 2, 3, let's give a cheer. Hooray! Let's sing that one more time. Hi there, so glad you came. Hi there, so glad you came. Hi there, so glad you came. 1, 2, 3, let's give a cheer. Hooray! Alright, well, I'm going to bring my friend Elephant up. And we're going to talk about some things that are the same with you and I and different than the elephant. Alright, let's start with ears. The elephant has 2 ears. 1, 2. Can you find your ears? There's 1. There's 2. Those are my ears. So the elephant has 2 ears. And 1, 2. We have 2 ears. But the elephant's ears are really, really big. And they flop around. Are your ears really big? And do they flop around? Or are they a littler like mine? Yeah. A little bit smaller than the elephant's ears. The elephant has 2 eyes. 1, 2. I have 2 eyes. 1, 2. Can you find your eyes? You found them? There's 2. Alright. The elephant has a nose. It's pretty long. I have a nose. I don't think my nose is quite as long as the elephant's nose. How about yours? No? The elephant's nose is called a trunk. Is your nose called a trunk? No? We have a nose and the elephant has a nose, but they're different. The elephant can also spray water out of his trunk. Can you spray water out of your nose? Maybe you can. I don't know. Alright, but we can pretend we have a trunk. Can you put your arm up and down like this and pretend you have a trunk? Alright, let's do a bit of a rhyme. The big gray elephant, she doesn't make a sound. Shh. Now we need her trunk. She swings her trunk from left to right when she puts her feet on the ground. Swing left, swing right. She doesn't make a sound. Shh. Let's do that one more time. The big gray elephant, she doesn't make a sound. She swings her trunk from left to right when she puts her feet on the ground. Swing left, swing right. She doesn't make a sound. Alright, well, let's put our little elephant away for a bit. How many elephants do I have up on my board? I have 1. I have 1 elephant. That elephant went out to play. Can you put up 1 finger for our 1 elephant? Are you ready? 1 elephant went out to play on a gigantic hill one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Oh, elephant. think elephants would be really noisy if they came running. So let's do a big thumping sound. Ready? Thump, 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 thump. Oh my goodness, how many elephants do we have now? 2. We have 2. 1, 2. Put up 2 fingers now. 2 elephants went out to play on a gigantic hill one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Oh, elephant! You ready to make our thumping sound? Thump, 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 thump. See? Oh, how many elephants do we have now? 1, 2, 3. Can you put up 3 fingers? 3 elephants went out to play on a gigantic hill one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Oh, elephant! Thump, 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 thump. How many elephants do we have now? Get that one up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you put up 4 fingers? 4 elephants went out to play on a gigantic hill one day. They had such enormous fun that they played and they played and they played all day. Oh, good job. Did you have fun calling for the elephants? I always like doing that. Let's take a couple of our little elephant friends down. Elephants happen to be in my top 1,000 of favorite animals. Do you know any facts about elephants? We talked about a few earlier, do you remember? Yeah, elephants have a trunk. Right there, they have a trunk. Remember we played with our trunk? Elephants have tusks. Yeah, right there, that's the elephant's tusk. Do you know anything else about elephants? Oh, that's a lot of things about elephants. I learned something new about elephants this week. I learned it by reading a book all about elephants. I learned that elephants eat for 20 hours each day. Do you eat for 20 hours each day? I don't eat for 20 hours. I like to sleep for part of that. But I learned it on this page right here. It says elephants need a lot of food. They eat for 20 hours each day. What's great about this book too is if you like different animals, on the back it showed me all sorts of other animals I could learn about. It has bats. That could be fun to learn about. Or maybe a polar bear. A polar bear would be really cool to learn about. When you read different books that are nonfiction, that has true facts in them, you learn all sorts of great background knowledge. And when you learn background knowledge, that gets you on the road to reading when you head into school. So, that's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take this elephant down, and we're going to do another rhyme. I have this elephant now. And this one goes, Wibbly wobbly wee. An elephant sat on me. Oh, that's silly. Wibbly wobbly woo. An elephant sat on you. Let's put our elephant up there and see what else our elephant might want to sit on. Wibbly wobbly wah. An elephant sat on a zebra. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We'll put the zebra up there. Go. The elephant sat on the zebra. Wibbly wobbly woo. An elephant sat on a kangaroo. Let's put our kangaroo up there and see if our elephant moves. Let's see. Oh, the elephant sat on the kangaroo. Wibbly wobbly waiter. An elephant sat on a gator. Here we go, we have the gator up there. And our elephant moves over. Oh my goodness. And sits on the gator. Wibbly wobbly wops. An elephant sat on a triceratops. The elephant sat right on that dinosaur. Oh, that was silly. We had a zebra and a kangaroo and an alligator. Oh, I hope you had fun with our elephants today. We're gonna bring this one back up. She would like to do the goodbye song with us. Before we do that, I just want to remind everyone to visit our 0 to 5 page on arapahoelibraries.org. There you'll find past story times, also some different activities that you can do with your kids, with you, just different things to have fun and to learn some different information. All right, can you wave like this? We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Should we do it one more time? How about we do it super fast? Are you ready? We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Oh, I hope you had fun today. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.